Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud Learn to Lead. Good morning to all the students. As you know, we already started topic-wise current affairs in detailed manner. It means one topic, one video in detailed manner. And today topic of discussion is most important topic. This is monetary policy. This is the sixth bi-monthly monetary policy for financial year 26. So Reserve Bank of India conducted the 59th and 6th bi-monthly monetary policy meeting of financial year 2026 or 2025-26 from 4th to 6th of February 2026 under the chairmanship of one and only Sanjay Malhotra ji, who is Governor of Reserve Bank of India. And the key highlight of this meeting was Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Committee reduces repo rate by 25 basis point. That is to 5.25%, maintains neutral stance. This is most important statement you have to remember. So, Monetary Policy Committee voted unanimously to reduce the policy repo rate under the liquidity adjustment facility to 5.25%. Remember, if RBI lowers the repo rate, loans will get cheaper, more spending will be there, and economic growth will be there. So it means the main target is on the economic growth. So you can see other rates, repo rate is now 5.25%. Consequently, the standing facility or the standing deposit facility rate shall stand adjusted to 5%, and the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate is at 5.50%. Cash reserve ratio 3% and statutory liquidity ratio is 18%. And reverse repo rate 3.35%. You have to remember these facts. These are very important for banking students. But the most important here, RBI revises financial year 27 quarter 1 and quarter 2 GDP growth projections upward. So it means the Monetary Policy Committee has revised its quarterly projections of financial year 2026-27. The real GDP growth projections for quarter 1 2026-27, like April to June 2026, will be 6.9%. And for quarter 2, like July to September 2026, it will be 7%. Most important statement, this is for financial year 27. And GDP projection for full year financial year 27 will be provided in April policy statement after the release of new GDP series. Next is RBI projects retail inflation at 2.1% for financial year 25-26. So the medium term target for the consumer price inflation is 4% within a band of like plus or minus 2%. And the CPI inflation for financial year 25-26 is now projected at 2.1%, citing easing price pressures. And the inflation projection for quarter 4, like for January to March 2026, which is currently going on, is 3.2%. Quarter 1, 26-27 for April to June 2026, it will be 4%. And for quarter 2, it will be 4.2%. You have to remember these facts. These can be asked by the examiner. And this is about the CPI inflation. You can also see the rates. Next is RBI proposes collateral-free MSME loan cap hike to rupees 20 lakh. This is again very important statement. And the RBI has enhanced the limit of collateral-free loan to micro and small enterprises from 10 lakh to rupees 20 lakh. Earlier it was 10 lakh, now it is 20 lakh. And this provision shall be applicable to all loans to MSME borrowers sanctioned or renewed on or after 1st of April 2026. So, the applicability will be after 1st of April 2026. Next is RBI setups committee to review business correspondent guidelines. So, business correspondents, very important term. Business correspondents are the critical enablers of last mile access to financial services, particularly in respect of underserved, rural and remote locations. So RBI set up a committee consisting of officials from the RBI, Department of Financial Services, Indian Bank Association, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development to examine their operations and make suitable recommendations for enhancing their efficiency. Next is RBI permits direct bank lending to the real estate investment trust. This point is again very important. The RBI has now proposed to permit commercial banks to lend directly to the real estate investment trust with safeguards in a move aimed at improving financial access for the real estate sector. This decision is also aligned with the existing rules that allow bank lending to infrastructure investment trusts, which are also known as InvITs, which operate under a similar structure. Next important measure is RBI eases norms for Type 1 NBFCs from registration. The RBI has proposed to exempt non-banking financial companies having no public funds and customer interface. There is a condition having no public fund and customer interface with asset size not exceeding rupees 1000 crore from the requirement of registration. This will bring such NBFCs, which are commonly referred to as Type 1 NBFCs, outside the purview of RBI supervision, compliance, and reporting requirement. Next major measure is RBI proposes Kisan Credit Card revamp. RBI has proposed a major overhaul of the Kisan Credit Card scheme, aiming to widen its reach, simplifying operations, and align it with the evolving credit card needs for the farm sector and its allied activities. First one is extension of KCC tenure to 6 years. Very important. The overall tenure of the Kisan credit card facilities will be extended to 6 years, providing farmers a longer and more predictable credit relationship with their banks. Next is alignment of drawing limit with scale of finance. The drawing limit under the Kisan credit card will be aligned with the scale of finance for each crop season, ensuring limits are better indexed to actual cost of cultivation. Third one is inclusion of technological intervention expenses. The eligible purposes under Kisan credit card will formally include expenditure on the technological intervention such as modern equipments, precision farming tools, or other agriculture technological solutions. Next one, and the most important factor, which includes RBI announcing stricter fraud rules, mis-selling curbs to protect bank users. So the RBI announced a series of measures aimed at strengthening customer protection, enhancing digital payment safety, and curbing mis-selling of financial products. So RBI will issue 3 draft guidelines. It will be issued in future, but these 3 guidelines will be based on mis-selling of financial products. Second is recovery of loans and engagement of recovery agents. Third one is limiting customer liability in unauthorized electronic banking transaction. And the most important measure under this Monetary Policy Committee meeting was compensate customers up to rupees 25,000. So RBI has proposed a framework to compensate customers up to rupees 25,000 for losses incurred in small value fraudulent transactions. So RBI will pay 25,000 rupees up to rupees 25,000. It means maximum will be 25,000 rupees for losses incurred in the small value fraudulent transactions. So it is for the customer protection and also enhancing digital payment safety and also curbing mis-selling of the financial products. So very important measure which was taken under the Monetary Policy Committee report. Next is RBI to roll out risk-based premium model for deposit insurance from April. So RBI announced the introduction of risk-based premium, also known as RBP framework for deposit insurance, replacing the flat rate premium system introduced in 1962. This will come into effect from 1st of April 2026 and will be reviewed at least once every 3 years. And under this regime, banks will be classified into 4 risk categories like A, B, C, and D, and category A representing the lowest risk. And premium rates will range from 8 paisa to 12 paisa per rupees 100 of accessible deposits, offering a discount up to 33.3% to the strongest banks. And next measure is RBI removes investment cap under the voluntary retention route of the foreign portfolio investments. So this is again very important measure that Reserve Bank of India on Friday announced the removal of 2.5 lakh crore investment cap under the voluntary retention route for foreign portfolio investors. Under the revised framework, this investment will follow existing ceilings, giving foreign investors more flexibility in the Indian debt market. And remember, this VRR, voluntary retention route, was introduced by the RBI in 2019 to provide an additional channel for the investment by the foreign portfolio investors with long-term investment interest in the Indian debt market. Next measure, RBI proposes to set up unified portal for better management of lead bank. So RBI announced the launch of unified portal for reporting of bank-wise lead bank scheme data, which is currently fragmented across various portals. This measure will enhance the data quality and provide better insights toward achieving an objective of the lead bank. And you can also remember one important thing, that this is the 59th and 6th bi-monthly Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Minutes of this meeting will be published on 20th of Feb, not 22nd, 20th of Feb 2026. And the next RBI Monetary Policy Committee meeting is scheduled from 6th to 8th of April 2026. It means next will happen in 2026-27. This was the last for the 2025-26. So I hope you like this video. All points are very important. You can revise from the exam hints, like this is 59th by Monetary Policy Committee meeting, 6th bi-monthly Monetary Policy Committee meeting of financial year 26. And policy rate which are changed: repo rate 5.25%, reverse repo 3.35%, and the standing facility is 5%, marginal standing facility is 5.50%. What is the GDP projection for quarter 1? It will be 6.9%. For quarter 2, it will be 7%. Important statement. Inflation for financial year 25-26, overall it will be 2.1%. 2.1%. This is CPI, Consumer Price Inflation, or Consumer Price Index inflation. And for quarter 4, they predicted 3.2%, and for quarter 1 in 2026-27, they predicted 4.0%, and for quarter 2, it will be 4.2% for 2026-27. Collateral free new cap is rupees 20 lakh. Earlier, it was 10 lakh rupees. Next is REITs, commercial banks permitted to lend the real estate investment trust with safeguards in a move aimed at improving financial access to the real estate sector. Exempt from registration, non-banking financial companies with no public funds or the customer interface, whose asset size is less than 1,000 crore, not required any registration. So they will be outside the purview of RBI supervision, compliance and reporting requirement. Next is fraudulent transactions, framework to compensate up to rupees 25,000 rupees for losses incurred in small value fraudulent transactions. RBP. Next is again very important factor which is taken care by the RBI under this monetary policy. This is risk-based premium framework for deposit insurance, and it will be applicable from 1st of April 2026. Banks will be categorized in 4 risk categories like A, B, C and D, with category A representing the lowest risk. And also RBI removed investment cap under the voluntary retention route for the foreign portfolio investors, removal of rupees 2.5 lakh crore cap, and unified portal for the lead bank scheme data. So these are the important facts of the Monetary Policy Committee. I hope you like this video. Please share this video as maximum as possible and press the like button and subscribe our channel. So this is all for today. Please like, share and subscribe our channel, and thank you for watching this video. And you can subscribe our all platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Telegram channel. All the official notifications delivered through the Telegram channel. So just subscribe from the description box link. Thank you guys. Take care and bye-bye.